and WN number 25 for me here from the Mall of America. Brought to you by Howard Bank and our friends at Royal Farms. Real fresh, real fast, as well as the Maryland Jockey Club, where they're racing at Laurel this weekend, as well as Cole Roofing and Pfister Energy. She is an Olympic swimmer. I think she knows Michael Phelps as well as all the other Baltimore contingent of swimmers. A 3-time Olympic swimmer, bunch of medals, running around the world. And Touch the Wall was the documentary, if you saw that. Oh, can I wear the medals?
Oh, of course.
Oh, here we go.
It's only right.
Kara Lynn Joyce joins us here live from Radio Row. And these are beaten up a little bit.
They've been loved on.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I wore many, many years ago Beth Botsford, 1996.
Yeah.
Beth was a Baltimore girl. She's still a dear friend of mine. She brought her medal. She was 15 years old, 1996, from Atlanta. She got off the plane. Her dad was a listener, and he would bring her by the studio. So Beth's still my friend.
With these things on.
It's very believable.
Yeah.
All right. How are you?
I'm good.
What are you promoting besides swimming?
I'm promoting the Lead Sports Summit. I founded the Lead Sports Summit last year.
What is that?
It's for teenage girls swimmers.
Okay.
And
there's a lot of those in Maryland.
There are. We actually
breed them. Baltimore.
You do. There's something in the water in Baltimore. But Lead Sports Summit's for teenage girls swimmers. It's over Labor Day weekend in Atlanta, Georgia. And we bring in Olympic champions like Missy Franklin, Elizabeth Beisel, nutritionists, confidence coaches. And, I remember having a lot of questions as a teenage girl swimmer, and basically we got all the answers. And it's a really fun summit. We have keynotes, we have panels, we have a swim clinic, lots of really fun activities, and just for girls 13 to 18.
Swimming's a little strange because I guess it comes every 4 years in Baltimore at least, very much on the radar. The first byline I ever had in a newspaper, 1984, Teresa Andrews won the gold medal, and my editor, I'm 15 years old, you got to get on the phone with Murray Stevens over at the North Baltimore Aquatic Club and all that. So literally the first time I ever had a byline was a swimming story during the 1984 Olympics. So, and I guess Baltimore's never not had that presence, given Phelps and we go down the list of all the people that have.
Yes.
So I guess even at a young age for you, and you're not that old at this point.
Thank
Baltimore
you.
was this place.
You're not that
old.
Thank
you.
Have you ever been in the pool at Meadowbrook?
I have.
See, I knew that. That's why I asked you. You've been to Baltimore.
Katie Hoff is a good friend of mine.
I've gone to baseball games with Katie.
I have too. I've gone to baseball games with Katie.
She's an Oriole person, as she is.
Yes, I'm a Yankee girl. So we actually went to the
last.
Well,
you're wrong and we're right. I like Katie better.
Katie and I went to the last game in the old Yankee Stadium together because it was O's versus Yanks.
Well, there you go. And she's doing well in real life, right?
She is. She's up in Chicago right now.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a Facebook friend. So
there you go.
So I keep some swimmers in my life. I've often wondered. I asked Beth about this, a lot after she was done, and I think for a lot of swimmers there in this generation, maybe when Mark Spitz got out of the pool or whatever, there wasn't this. Well, I'm going to take my kid and throw him in the pool, and then what happens? And maybe that was because in football and baseball, there's all this set up for young people.
Yeah.
Maybe in the 80s and the 90s that came about. Now it's up to people like you and Phelps and stuff to say, I want my daughter, my son, your daughter, you're swimming because you don't get hit in the head and swim. Swimming.
Right.
A lot of my friends have kids that swim.
It's a healthy sport.
Yeah, very much so. Very much.
And you can do it for life. You don't really see 80-year-old guys playing football anymore, but you see them in the pool, and it's a lifelong sport, and it's a skill, and it'll save your life too.
How often you get in the pool?
Oh, yeah, no.
No? Well, my cousin played tennis in college, and she's a little older than you, Luke's age, maybe 34, 30, and she's like, I would never pick up a tennis racket the rest of my life. Like, that was what I did to eat. It was what I did to get a college education. And she blew both hips out and had surgery. She's like, tennis. I'm done with tennis. She wants to swim or something.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could play tennis. I love the sport of swimming. All my work is in swimming, but as far as like getting in for a workout, I would have to do like so much to get like a small workout in.
But do you go to the pool when you're on vacation or no?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. If it's,
I don't want to go to the pool.
I grew up in upstate New York.
I'm thinking.
Like, when it's cold and it's dark out, like the last thing I want to do for exercise is jump into a freezing cold pool. But if I'm out, if it's an outdoor pool, if it's warm, yes, you will find me there.
I would think every morning when you get up at 4:30 and you're dreaming of
PTSD from that.
Yeah, that first anytime you get in the pool, when you look at water, even on the hottest day, you're like, that's going to be a little cold when I get in there, right?
It's always cold.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I was talking to a bunch of kids.
You never really want to get in.
It's the worst part of swimming is jumping in the freezing cold pool.
At 4:30
and you're
in
like,
the morning
yeah,
in the dark.
Why am I getting it out of my warm bed, drive when it's like -5 degrees, like it is here in Minnesota right now?
All right, so you were like a really great swimmer, and you won some, you lost some silver medal, all that stuff.
Four silver medals, right?
Yes, 4 silver medals.
When you think of Michael Phelps and like the part dolphin that he is,
Yes.
right? What is it? Must be like when we have Ryan Leaf here talking about what Tom Brady has done.
Yeah.
And the notion that he's still talking about doing it again.
Michael?
Right. I mean,
I don't know if Michael's coming
they
back.
They were talking about it again last year. I mean,
Yeah.
how many times can you do it? Even at your...
He retired and he came back, and I think he like did exactly what he set out to do. Coming back, I don't think Michael's going to come out of retirement again, but I think he'll always have his mark in the sport. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be at the Olympics, cheering on Team USA. He's always going to be that mentor and leader to the team. But I would bet money that we probably won't see him competing at another games. Unfortunately, even though I would love to see that.
I would never count him out.
How was it competing in that era, though? I mean, you think about it from a mainstream attention.
Yeah.
I mean, most decorated Olympian of all time, But at the same time, I would think, well, he's kind of overshadowing everyone else in the sport. right?
No. He brought the sport up to be so much more mainstream than it was. I remember when Michael and I were 15, he made his first Olympics. I finished 75th at that trials. He got like first or second. And he said, I want to change the sport of swimming. And that's the goal he set out, and he did. And it was so cool to be a part of that generation and see the transformation that he's a household name. That doesn't happen in swimming very often. And I don't think anybody felt overshadowed at any point. Maybe Ryan Lochte, because he always got second to him. But but Ryan's he's still swimming. He's still going for it.
I think he'll be famous for something else.
No. But no, I think it was really cool to be just a part of that generation. And, in Beijing, when Michael was going for his 8 gold medals, the Olympics are 2 weeks long, and the basketball team had games every other day. So every other day they were off, every other day they were playing. And on their off days, they came and sat with us in the stands because everyone wanted to see if it was going to happen. Yeah, so we would all be in the stands, and LeBron would be like, hey, what event is this? And I'd be like, oh, well, LeBron James, this is the 200 individual medley. And they swim 1 lap of each stroke. And you'd be like, oh, cool. So
you need to learn the rules.
Yeah.
Like, you need to learn.
That's what I'm here
I know
for.
about basketball. I mean, come on.
Tell me about Touch the Wall and with Missy Franklin. And I'm sure people can Google it and go watch it and whatnot. But we've had a lot of documentarians around here. And this is how people do, like, sort of pull back the curtain. I mean, I don't know what swimmers go through other than every 4 years I see, Phelps with his headset in and giving the angry look to everyone and getting in the pool and touching the wall first, right? But there's a lot that goes into that nobody sees any of that.
Yeah, so Missy Franklin and I were a part of this film, Touch the Wall, and it documented our training, our competitions, and everything leading up to the 2012 Olympics. It's on Netflix, it's on iTunes. Really, really like fun documentary. As if you have a little girl, if you have a teenage girl, if they swim, if they do other sports, watch Touch the Wall. It is so empowering for young girls, and it was a really cool project.
A period piece for you.
Absolutely.
Kara Lynn Joyce, Olympic swimmer. I'm wearing her medals, even though they're a little. I'm not the first
one.
one.
I mean, I feel kind of left out here.
Hold on, dude.
No, it's
Come on, man. I'm not going to let you cry about this. Have you ever worn a medal? An Olympic medal?
No, I've never won an Olympic medal.
Oh my gosh! First time for everything.
This is your chance.
Here, you can wear mine in case you don't win your own someday. Wear those.
I'm still holding out hope.
Curling, I hear. There's an opening on the curling.
What goes on? How do you feel? They're heavy. They're real. They're a lot
heavier than I thought.
That came from Athens. It's Greek.
It is.
Coming from the Greek. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Good.
You look like you won them. I wouldn't bite it. It's been touched by a lot of hands.
Flu
season.
I thought of that just
getting the camera together here. I'm trying to be nice to Luke and get it going. Tell everybody again one more time about Lead Sports Summit and all the stuff they can learn.
Lead Sports Summit for teenage girls swimmers. Come to our website, leadsportsummit.com, and sign up. It's a 4-day event over Labor Day weekend in Atlanta, Georgia.
That's real labor.
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend. Kara Lynn Joyce joining us here. She's from New York, but I like her anyway.
Great to be on, guys. Thank you.
Don't call me during baseball season. I won't like you.
Yeah, the Yankees, we're back to completely hating them again. It was kind of fun to see them have young players and not do it now.
Kind of fun? What?
Well,
he didn't mean that. He didn't mean that.
I didn't hate them as much.
Closet Yankee fan.
No, not even a little.
Oh, come on. Now, you were so nice and beautiful and American and all that. Now you're...
ruined it.
You're ruining it. Tell Katie we said hello.
I will.
Absolutely. Kara Lynn Joyce joining us here. We're live on Radio Row, all things Super Bowl 52 here at the Mall of America, where she's getting me like vegetables. You're trying to keep me away from these burgers and these fries every day, man.
I'll make
It's
a veggie
great.
run.
I'm going to be an athletic supporter or an athlete one way or another. Nasty at WNST.net finds me. We're on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, and we're getting ready for the big game. We are WNST.net, AM 1570 and WNST Towson, Baltimore, and we never stop talking Baltimore sports.